Hey there, I'm back. Welcome to the channel. This is Candy here with Boar Cycling.
Hi, and I'm John, and boy, I tell you what, it must be really important if the Director Sportif takes time out of her schedule to talk to us about something today. And we really think we have something here of 5 things that are really important for rider safety. And you know, you saw in the video a few weeks ago that I did have an incident, and made us think about, oh gosh, what are the things I'm doing right now to maybe help with that or make it better? Mm-hmm. All right, sit back and enjoy. Well, first, folks, I think the very first one to talk about is an easy one to do, or might not be as easy to do, is to think about riding with someone. Cycling is a social sport, right?
Yes.
And so what happens when you know that I'm going to be out with a group?
That's actually my first question is, are you riding with someone today?
Right. And it's really helpful, isn't it?
It is. It helps me to know that I feel a little bit more comfortable.
Right. You know, but aside from that, you know, there are times when I'm out by myself and doing my own workouts. So, you know, while the first thing to do is think about riding with a buddy or riding with a group, the second thing to maybe think about, and you do this all the time when I'm out by myself, is tracking. And you want to tell me how that works?
So I have the app on my phone, and I can track John and see where he is. Gives me an idea of even how far out or how long he'll be gone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the tracking's important, just letting somebody know exactly where we're going. And, you know, one of the things about tracking, though, what we learned was I was way out of the coast, wasn't I?
Yes, yes.
And I snapped my derailleur off and had marginal cell service and was eventually, you know, able to get in contact with my director to have her come out and pick me up. But, you know, what was that like on your end?
So I was able to track you from home, and it was a good thing I got a general idea of where you were. And then, because I lost cell service as I was driving out there. So at least I had a general idea of where you were, and I was able to locate you.
Right. So, you know, the first one, riding with a group, riding with a buddy. Second one, making sure that maybe somebody knows where you're going. How about that?
That's a good one.
Well, Candy, the third one that I wrote down, and I know that this happens to me quite frequently, is the emergency notification system that is on my Garmin.
Right.
That if I stop too quickly, or if I'm not upright, it sends a notification to my emergency contacts. I don't think that Garmin is the only device that does this. I'm pretty sure many of the other head units do that too, along with maybe your iPhone or other communication device. And you know, what happens when your alarm goes off when I've had a quick stop?
The first thing I do actually is go to the tracking on the iPhone and see if you're moving. If you're moving, I can relax a little bit, but if you're not moving, I either am going to contact you or you're going to send, I'm okay.
Because the Garmin device has the ability to do that really easily. And yeah, I think that was an easy thing to set up and have in place. And I think Garmin's one of them. Certainly iPhones have that capability along with the other number of exercise devices that might be out there on the market right now. Well, I see you brought along something with you today to look at here. What have you got in your hand? Can you show folks?
This is a gift from my husband, which is great. It's the bracelet Road ID, and it just has a Velcro opening on it, so I can put it on my wrist. Because while he's out cycling, I often will go for a hike or a bike ride on my own, and so this would help us keep track of each other, or if something were to happen to me.
Right. I think having that identification, and you know, here I have one on the side of my Garmin, and you know, you can purchase these on the interweb or anything else you want to, but I know some of the helmets out there on the market actually have a little device inside that first responders can scan. I think that's a subscription service. I'm not quite sure about how that works. I've never used that part. But you don't have to have something fancy like this. I do know that the emergency room doctor walked in and he was looking for my hospital ID, And the first thing he saw was my road ID strapped to my Garmin. And he says, "That's the smartest thing you can do when you're out riding." And I just bought my wife one. So there's an endorsement from a medical professional. But I don't think you need to be quite as fancy. It could be as simple as putting a sticker inside your helmet with your emergency contact information.
This does have your birth date on it and your home phone number, cell phone number. Yeah.
And allergies.
And allergies,
yeah,
yes.
and allergies. I think that's
a
really
good thing.
important. And allergies is a really important thing to, make sure that folks as first responders out. And I think I really like the idea of having it visible. As I thought about this as I was making our notes for today's chat, that the first responders, when they walk up to you, wow, okay, they know your name, they know who to call, and they know if you have any allergies. They're not taking your helmet off and looking on the inside for a sticker. It's readily visible. And I think that's an important component of this, and they're not that expensive, folks, for some peace of mind. Well, I think the last thing I want to cover here in rider safety was something maybe I learned from one of my teammates who had a very serious bicycle accident and required a helicopter to take him to the hospital. But what shocked me was the expense. It cost him $30,000 for that helicopter ride. I went out real quick, and I think there are other companies out there, and I found this particular company. Here's a picture of them. It's called AirMed, and when I use AirMed, it covers my whole family. So it covers me while I'm out riding, and it covers you maybe while we're out camping. And how do you keep you keep yours where? Your tag?
I wear my bike keys around my neck with a tag on it.
A tag on it, and I've got a sticker for my helmet as well as on my keys also. So, there's some peace of mind saying, gosh, for a relatively small amount of money that you can be covered to be picked up and transported in case of an emergency. Yeah, I wouldn't want that expense.
No, we could do a whole lot more
we
fun things.
We could do more fun things with that much money. True, other than pick me up out of the wilderness. And sometimes we ride out in the wilderness where it's not really accessible. And gosh, maybe a helicopter is the only way to come in and get you to get the kind of care that you want. Perfect.
Well, I hope this information was helpful to you. I know as a spouse, it helps to have some strategies.
As my director, because she kind of plots all of our travels and stuff as we're out and about. But yeah, we covered 5 things today, didn't we? What were those 5 things we covered?
So we talked about riding with a group or another partner. We talked about being able to track someone who is out riding. We talked about, is that the Garmin?
Yeah, and then emergency contacts coming off your Garmin, the third thing. Fourth thing, which isn't very expensive to do, is having an ID that's readily visible to first responders. There's a lot of kind of cool things out there in the market. And the last thing,
AirMed insurance.
Yeah, AirMed insurance, and boy, that's one of those things I purchased, and I hope I never have to use. Right. Okay, folks. Hey, well, thanks for tuning in. I really appreciate the Directeur Sportif taking time out of her schedule today to join us. I think it's an important topic. And hey, in the meantime, while you're waiting for our next episode to come out, smash that like button, smash that subscribe button. But as Calvin would say, don't break your computer. And of course, go out and ride.
Have fun.
And keep the rubber side down. Bye, everybody.
Oh, welcome back to this channel.
You want to start again?
Hey, folks.
It's not starting yet.
Hello, good morning.
Hey, folks, welcome back.